Hello everyone. Today I'm going to give an introduction about sentence and its types. The topic which I am going to cover is what is a sentence. I am explaining with an example. What is the structure type sentences, functional type sentences, and with example and exercises. What is a sentence? A sentence is the largest unit of any language. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. A sentence is just generally defined as a word or a group of words that expresses a thorough idea by giving a statement or order or asking a question or exclaiming. So here we will give an example. तो example है he is a boy, he is a good boy. Then it's a simple statement है ये. अगर he is a good boy, it's like a question. What a nice weather! Exclaiming. It's like exclamation mark. What a nice weather. So ideally sentence में क्या चाहिए होता है? Sentence requires at least one subject and one verb. Sometimes the subject of a sentence can be hidden, but the verb must be visible and present in the sentence. Verb is called the heart of a sentence. How? We'll see in the example. Do it. It's just in this sentence, you subject is hidden and verb do is visible. So it's like we are saying to the third person like do it. So we'll see below also. A complete English sentence must have three characteristics. Pehla, in written form, sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period. It's a full stop. A note of interrogation, a question mark, a note of exclamation, that is exclamation mark. It must express a complete thought, not fragmented. It must contain at least one subject, hidden, visible, and one verb, comprising an independent clause. An independent clause contains an independent subject and verb and expresses a complete thought. So sentences are sometimes called like a clause types. We will see in the next slide. There are four types of sentences. Structurally, if we say structurally, there are four types of sentences: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex, compound complex sentence. What is a simple sentence? A simple sentence must have a single clause, a single verb, which is independent and it cannot take another clause. For example, I always wanted to become a writer. One clause is a one verb. What? I always wanted to become a writer. So we are using a one verb and one clause. So we'll see about compound sentence. Compound sentence must have more than one independent clause with no dependent clause. With some specific conjunctions, punctuations, or both are used to join together these clauses. Example, I always wanted to become a writer and she wanted to become a doctor. There are two independent clauses. पहला क्या है? I always wanted to become a writer. She wanted to become a doctor. Two independent clause हो गया, जिसको हमने join किससे किया है? एक conjunction से. What is and? तो क्या हो गया? I always wanted to become a writer and she wanted to become a doctor with comma. Complex sentence. A complex sentence also has more than one clause, but of one them must be an independent clause and the others must be a dependent clause. There are also some particular connectors for the clause of a complex sentence to be connected. Example, I know that you always wanted to be a writer. This is a dependent clause followed by a connector, that, and an independent clause. It's a way around be also possible. You always wanted to become a writer. I know that. That I know that. So the other way around भी हम use कर सकते हैं. Compound complex sentence. A compound complex sentence or complex compound sentence. दोनों वे में बोल सकते हैं, या तो compound complex बोल सकते हैं या compound complex compound बोल सकते हैं. It's a mixture of features of compound and complex sentences in one sentence. It must contain at least two independent clause and one at least dependent clause. See an example. I know that you always wanted to become a writer, but I always wanted to become a doctor. Here, one dependent clause is followed by a complex character and two independent clause with a compound conjunction between them. I know that you always wanted to become a writer. This is a compound conjunction. But I always wanted to become a doctor. This is two independent clauses joining with a compound conjunction. Okay. Now, if we see functionally, sentence of mainly four types. कौन से? Declarative sentence होते हैं, imperative होते हैं, interrogative होते हैं, exclamatory होते हैं. Declarative के बारे में हम पहले देखते हैं. What is declarative? Declarative is also called as assertive sentence, which simply expresses an opinion, feeling that makes a sentence or describe things. Other word में अगर हम देखें तो हम कुछ डिक्लेयर करते हैं, हम कुछ कहते हैं, जैसे जो सिंपल एक फुल स्टॉप से एंड होती है. जैसे सेंटेंस हम बोलेंगे जो विद अ पीरियड एंड हो, वो फुल स्टॉप से, वो एक डिक्लेरेटिव होता है. जैसे आई वांटेड टू बी अ गुड क्रिकेटर, एक स्टेटमेंट हुआ. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टुडे, एक फीलिंग हुई. आई लव टू डांस, ये भी एक सिंपल स्टेटमेंट हुआ. व्हाट इज इंपरेटिव sentence? We use an imperative sentence to make a request or to give a command. Imperative sentence usually end with a period, that is full stop, but under certain circumstances it can end with a note of exclamation, that is exclamation mark. An example देखें, please sit down with a full stop. I need you to sit down now. It's a command. We are giving some command to some person. So it will be ended by exclamation mark. Interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. Interrogative sentence must end with a note of interrogation, that is question mark. So it's very simple. When are you going to submit your assignment? Question mark. Do you know him? Question mark. When you're coming to my home? Question mark. So it's just a simple question. We are asking a question to some other person. So it's end with a question mark. Exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses overflow of emotions. These emotions can be happiness, wonder, sorrow, anger, etc. So, अगर हमारी जो feelings होती है, उसको एक emotions को अगर हम express करते हैं, तो वो exclamatory mark के through होता है. जैसे example, what a day it was! Exclamation mark. I cannot believe he would do that! Exclamation mark. What a wonderful day today! Exclamation mark. So here we'll see, I have drawn a chart to make it easy. This is the form like declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamative functions. क्या करता है ये? Declarative में क्या बोलता है? It tell us something like John likes Mary. Just ended with a dot के through. Interrogative एक question पूछ रहे हैं. It asks you something. Does Mary like John? It's a question mark. Imperative command, it tells us to do something. Stop. It can be stop, full stop, close the door. It can be also stop, can be ended with exclamation mark also, and close the door with a dot. Exclamative, exclamation expresses surprise. What a funny story he told us. It just ended with the exclamation mark. So here are some exercises to identify the sentence below as declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. So please go through this, and you will get to know sentences is a very easy chapter. If you do a lot of exercises, you will get to know these things very easily. Thank you.